if you're just joining from TikTok, let me know where you're from because I want to get to know you better. And my Instagram people, I am just saying what this training is about. Getting moving in quarantine. Hi. Amazing. So I'm going to pin this. Cool. Hi, everyone. So now we got Instagram and we got TikTok. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. I'm doing a little simulcast on TikTok and Instagram at the same time for this training, which is really exciting because I love both communities and I'm really excited to share this training with you. So before we get started, I want to share why this is important and who I am. So if you don't know me, I'm Jess. I am a yoga teacher, Reiki master, wellness coach. I help women mostly, but guys can get value from this too, how to create routines to build muscle, shed fat in total alignment, because it doesn't have to be hard to take care of our wellness. So today I'm talking specifically about getting moving in quarantine. And the reason for this is because I've heard a lot over the last month in talking to you all, especially as I've been launching Transform, which is my 12-week coaching program to help women create routines, get in the shape they want to in less time and make it easy because we all have so much on our plate. So in talking to you throughout this, which is so fun, it's like my favorite part of launching a new program is connecting and hearing where you need support, is that we're home now in 2020, right? So March, gyms closed, studios closed. You might have gone from working out 5 times a week or less, whatever was working for you, and then all of a sudden everything changed and now you don't feel like you can really work out. And the thing is, everything's Googleable. Everything is Googleable. You can Google anything, and at the same time, you're not having the motivation to show up and get your workout in. And if you're just joining, I'm simulcasting with TikToks. That's why I keep looking side to side, because I want to bring in both communities. So you haven't been moving and you want to start moving. I've also been talking to some people who are beginner yogis and beginners in their workouts, and they want to know, where should I start? What should I do? So this is for all of you to get you moving. And I know this as a yoga teacher and someone who teaches fitness. Anything can be Googled right now, and still it's hard to show up. And we think that we don't have enough motivation. We think that we need to be more motivated to just jump out of bed and get our workout in, but it's not true. You really just need a better system that you can use and repeat again and again to create a routine. And what's hard about routines is repeating them, first knowing what really works for you and actually keeping it up, because if you try to work out 5 days a week going from 0, it's going to be really hard to keep that up, right? So if you're listening live and you felt that, leave a comment, or any questions you have as I talk through from either live stream, I'm here to answer. So you ask me and I see it, I can answer. So those are the pain points. And I am going to teach 3 ways you can get moving from home even though we're still quarantined, or gyms, your studios aren't up and running the way that you're used to. So even if they're open, you might not be comfortable going, which is where I am. I'm not teaching in studio right now. I'm not going to gyms or studios. I just am not comfortable. So I'm working out at home and outside. So the first tip is finding a workout that works for you. So what I do with my clients in Transform, the group program that I run and lead, is finding a routine that works for them. So like I said, we can't all go from 0 to working out 5 times a day. Don't work out 5 times a day, 5 times a week. So you want to find workouts that you love with a teacher you really resonate with, and a workout that's efficient. So I can just tell you what I do. I teach yoga, cardio yoga, which is like a HIIT, and sculpt And I mix that with meditation and energy work. I find it to be really holistic, that the women I work with get really good results physically as well as mentally. So if you don't love what you're doing, you're not into the workouts, it's just not gonna work. So make sure that it's something that you really resonate with. And maybe that is trying some things until you figure out something you love. For example, if someone said to me, you're gonna start running 5 days a week and that's what we're doing, I really hate running. So I'm not gonna do that. That's not gonna be something that resonates with me. Hi, if you're joining, I'm doing a simulcast across TikTok and Insta, so jump in. We are talking about getting moving in quarantine, and this is the first step. Find something you love and something that's efficient, quick and efficient. Like the workouts I teach are like 20 to 30 minutes. And what I'm doing with my clients tonight in Transform is we're gonna look at their workout routine, what they're doing. They're doing the sweat method, which is what I teach. Plus, if they like strength training or they like running, we're gonna figure out how to optimize that for them. So you can do that on your own. Just figure out what you love, because would rather consistency over long term than you like going all in and then falling off, because that's what I'm seeing, like a week on and then a week off, or multiple weeks off. So the next thing to do to get you moving in quarantine is finding the space in your schedule and with your energy. So you know if you are a morning person versus a night person. And if you're watching live, like tell me in the comments, do you like working out at night or do you like working out in the evenings? No judging, just know what works best for you. And once you know that, you can start creating a schedule for yourself. So where can you add in your workouts and can you schedule them in? So for me personally, and I see this with clients too, that when you wake up, you don't really want to jump out of bed and go do a HIIT workout, which is fine. But knowing that about yourself, maybe you need a half hour to kind of wake up, make your coffee, and then jump into the workout that you want to do. So this is really great information to start noticing. And what I do in Transform, the 12-week program that I lead with women, is to take an audit of their schedule. So looking at your morning routine, for example, you can see like where are you leaking time? Like maybe you spend an hour in bed on TikTok, like no judgment, or Instagram, wherever you're streaming from, like no judgment on that. But if you want more time in your day, like you want to take an audit of where you're leaking and then add in the workouts that support you. And just know your energy. Hey, Raisa, thanks for joining. I'm doing an Instagram and TikTok little simulcast right now, so I'm talking to two cameras. You see my eyes darting. But I'm talking about getting moving in quarantine. So finding space in your schedule and your energy, something that I teach. Hi, yeah, Raisa's in Transform, so she knows what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this is some of the work that I do with you, and we'll be doing tonight because we meet tonight. I'm super excited. So energy too is something that is really huge for me as a Reiki master and someone who practices and teaches cycle syncing, especially for women. You're not going to be down for a HIIT workout at every part of your cycle. So you want to just start to notice, like maybe even journal, like where is your energy at each day and where's the best time to add in your workout? And when can you actually get away from your desk if you work from home? Like I work from this space all day, so I probably could do a lunchtime workout, but I don't really want to get sweaty, so I like to do it in the morning. So it's noticing, auditing, and noticing your energy. And like I said, I go deep into this in Transform, the 12-week program that I lead, and I want you to get quick takeaways so you can implement. So the last thing that's really important to get moving in quarantine, which we all lost when studios closed, is accountability. So if you ever signed up for a studio class, you know that you put your name down. You put money down to show up at a certain time, and if you didn't show up, they were going to charge you, right? Like you don't want to lose $20 or whatever that was, $30. So you're going to show up for that class. That was accountability. And when everything closed, even though you can Google any workout you possibly want to, right? There's no accountability in that. Even like online apps, and I have an online membership and it's excellent and I love the community, and the accountability is missing because I'm not checking in with them. I'm not making them pay to show up for a time slot that they scheduled. So even if you didn't think that that was keeping you accountable, like if you think about it now, putting money down and knowing you'll lose it is accountability. That you lost this year. And it's okay. It's okay. We're going to figure it out. We just want to add that accountability back in a way that works for you. So here's some options. These first two are a little bit more on you and something that I help my clients start to train themselves to do with me kind of looking over them in the beginning. So you can literally schedule it on your calendar. So I talked about it earlier in step 2 that if you are looking at your schedule and you're looking at your energy, like actually schedule your workout as an appointment as you would with like a work commitment, right? So if you put it down that like I am working out at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. or whenever it is on this day, hold yourself to that. And what I like to do in helping clients with is creating a habit tracker. So this habit tracker can be it can be in your Google Calendar and you just like say you completed it, especially if you're used to like gold stars in school or like checking boxes. I know that's something that like still appeals to me, like crossing something off the list. You can do a habit tracker like this to see like, okay, I'm committing to 3 workouts a week and can I actually schedule them in on my Google Calendar or your journal, whatever you use, and then check them off. You liked gold stars. Yeah, me too, right? Like we were trained in school, like I want the gold star. So you're giving yourself your own gold star, and this is creating your own accountability at home. Adding an extra layer to this, which is a little bit more like what you had in studio of having like skin in the game, I guess, is asking a friend like to keep you accountable. Maybe you hold each other accountable, because what I like to say, like there always should be an exchange. You can't really just ask someone like, hey, will you look over my shoulder without exchanging something, whether you're hiring a coach and it's an energy exchange, right? It's like money versus time and then holding space for you, or you want to swap with friends. If you're really serious about it, I would recommend a coach. That's what I do. And that's what I do with my clients in Transform, like holding them accountable and creating that space, because with the habit tracker and the Google Calendar, while they're amazing tools, until you get into a habit of doing it and actually being like, I'm going to do this, it takes about 21 days to, I have an accountability coach who is a friend and she is amazing. She says 66 days to make something a real habit. So if you're going from, like say working out is something that is part of your life, but you're not consistent with it and you would like to be more consistent and work out like 3 days a week, 5 days a week, you really want to start tracking it and do this for probably 66 days. So having someone in the beginning of those 66 days, whether you hire a coach or you have a great friend who also really, really wants help, having that person kind of look over your shoulder and be like, hey, like, is everything okay? Are you falling off? Is it all working? Can help you have this blueprint for life. Because once you do it for 66 days, it's going to take much more for you to fall off than if you go in for a week and then you fall off for a week and then if you're a start Monday type person. Like we don't want to be the I'll start Monday or the I'll start in the new year, because those really don't last. For the reasons that we haven't created the habit long enough to make it last. So that's the kind of accountability work I do with the ladies who are in Transform, just to really help them get those habits in place, find the time, and really get the results they want in less time. So this was so fun. Are there any questions on either from my TikTok people or my Instagram people on any of this, like any challenges that you've been running up against when it comes from working out at home, or is this all resonating with you? Yeah, and if there's any, if you want to share like what you're going to implement from this training, because what my coach says, and it's so true, like I can give you this information and you can either implement it or not. And it's not great if you're not implementing what you're learning, because sometimes we just consume so much and we actually don't go and implement. Amazing. And Transform is closed now, but I am taking people on the wait list. So if it's something that you want accountability, yeah, try scheduling and check in with me. Like, let me know how that's going. Like, actually time block in your Google Calendar or however you're tracking. If you're a paper calendar person, that's cool. When you want to get your workouts in, and then try the checking. Yeah. And let me know like what your challenges have been, because I have a lot to share and offer. It's so helpful when I know like what specific challenges are for you. But what I've heard from my conversations, yeah, the pandemic has ruined your fitness motivation. Yeah, and you know why? It's because no one's looking over your shoulder anymore, because you're not held in a few reasons. You're not held because you're not paying for a class you have to show up for. Like, that's one layer. And you're also not held to be in a class and show up. Like, I don't have this motivation anymore. I'm also like a 400-hour yoga teacher. I love fitness and teach it and all the things. So let's just take that with a grain of salt, okay? But like, if you're in a class and other people are around you and you don't want to slack because you know other people are watching, that's another layer of accountability that's lost in quarantine. So let me just recap if you are jumping in, because I know there's been people in and out. The 3 strategies to get you moving in quarantine. Find workouts you love. I have an aligned workout kickstart, which is a 5-day free kickstart in my bio. Walks you through these steps and you can get started building that habit. Remember, 21 days. So maybe you want to repeat that 3 times. That's the start of building the habit, and you got it solid at 66 days. The next thing is finding space in your schedule. So Google Calendar this, create a habit tracker, something to keep you accountable, bonus points. Yes, I will. I'll put it on Instagram Live. Bonus points for getting a friend. Remember, you always want an energy exchange. No one's going to want to, I promise you, look over your shoulder and help you if there's no exchange. So it's either with a friend and you're exchanging with each other, you hire a coach, right? It's a money exchange versus time exchange. That's what they do for their business. But you want to find something that feels good, exchange, that they can help you and you can help them. Great place for that is Transform. Again, like I said, waitlist I have open for the next cohort, which is going to be in about a month and a half. The first one is closed. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I can get you on the waitlist. You can get details first because it is small, intimate, where I really have my eyes on you and getting you where you want to go. So those are the things. Find workouts you love. Schedule it and watch your energy. I'm going to do a live next week on cycle syncing. This is for the women. So if there's men watching or rewatching, next week won't be for you so much. But it's talking about in different areas of our cycle. There's 4 phases, and I'll talk all about this. Different workouts are going to serve you better. So if you're trying to do a HIIT workout in one phase of your cycle, it's not going to work, as well as if you're doing another phase of your cycle. So that's something to know. And I incorporate Reiki energy work into that as well. And last thing, accountability. Exchange, track yourself. Know that it's not you, it's not your motivation. Everything changed, right? What did we say before? The pandemic has ruined your motivation. It also ruined your systems, and it ruined your accountability. So just know that there's nothing wrong with you. It's not your motivation. It's not that you're a bad person. It's just you need to optimize your reality now so you can thrive in it. Okay? I am sending you all so much love. Thanks for staying on. This was fun. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. Questions? My Insta people, DM me. My TikTok people, message me. I will do another live next week. I'm going to hop on at 12:30 on Tuesday. You're welcome. Thank you for staying. I'm so excited to see how that tracker goes for you. And this pandemic is not going to ruin your motivation anymore. We're going to get you back on track and where you want to go, I promise. We're just going to work on your systems and a little accountability over your shoulder, which I'm happy to do on here. All right, I'm going to say this as an IGTV for my Instagram people. If you're on TikTok, you got to check it over there if you jumped in late. I appreciate you all, and I will see you next week for another little coaching session with me talking about cycle syncing. So this is managing your energy Yeah, of course. As women, managing your energy and knowing what workouts to do in which area of your cycle. It's so fascinating. And it's really helped me stay consistent. So, all right. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.